Welcome to Business Diligence Digest, your go-to source for insights into Africa's booming markets. Join us for expert advice on all things business and more, all tailored for Africa's growth-driven landscape. Today, we're exploring a unique and emerging industry in Nigeria that might surprise you: the wine industry. Nigeria, with its booming population, growing middle class, and rising interest in lifestyle brands, is showing tremendous potential for wine production and sales. This isn't just a business idea, it's an investment opportunity with the power to reshape Nigeria's beverage industry. While still in its early stages, the wine industry in Nigeria is filled with potential and passion. Let's start with the basics. Wine consumption in Nigeria has been on a steady rise, with a growth rate of over 5% annually. Nigeria's expanding urban population, coupled with increasing disposable incomes, has driven this demand, especially among younger generations. Traditionally, Nigerians have relied on imported wines from South Africa, Spain, and France. But here's the twist. Local wine production could provide a competitive edge due to reduced import costs and a growing sense of pride in Nigerian-made products. Local wine production has several advantages. Firstly, it significantly cuts down on import costs, allowing local producers to offer more competitive prices. Secondly, Nigeria's young population has shown a preference for supporting homegrown brands. This made in Nigeria approach could give locally produced wine a unique market edge. Nigeria's climate varies widely, with regions like Plateau and Benue having relatively cooler temperatures that could support grape cultivation. For traditional grape wines, this offers an exciting starting point. But even if grapes pose challenges, alternative fruit wines made from pineapple, hibiscus, cashew, banana, and even palm wine could capture a niche market to create unique beverages suited to local tastes. These are more than just alternatives. They're defining a distinctly Nigerian approach to wine. While South Africa is currently Africa's major wine exporter, Nigeria holds a unique place as one of the continent's largest wine consumers. But what's behind Nigeria's impressive appetite for wine? And how can this demand shape the industry's future? One major factor is exposure to international cuisines and cultures. As Nigerians travel the globe and experience European dining traditions where wine is central, they bring these cultural influences back home. Over time, this cultural blending has influenced how wine is perceived and enjoyed within Nigeria. From family dinners to restaurant menus, wine is now a staple, integrated into social events, club gatherings, and celebrations of all kinds. With a growing middle class and higher disposable income, Nigerians are looking beyond traditional drinks. Wine, once considered a luxury, is now on par with other beverages like beer and spirits. Government policies have also played a role. The 2006 ban on certain alcoholic beverages did not extend to wine, allowing imports to flourish and diversify. Today, you'll find wine from nearly every wine-producing country globally: South Africa, France, Chile, Spain, and even Japan, all lining the shelves of Nigerian malls, bars, and restaurants. Nigerians have their own ways of categorizing wine, often by sweetness or dryness, rather than specific grape varieties. Still, popular international favorites like Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Chardonnay remain top choices. Now, if Nigeria's market were assessed by consumption volume rather than per capita, Nigeria would likely lead Africa in total wine consumption, surpassing countries like Togo and Cameroon. With a population of over 218 million, Nigeria's 2022 wine consumption was around 34.7 million liters, a substantial figure. Interestingly, wine imported through nearby ports often finds its way into Nigeria, positioning the country as a transit hub for regional distribution. This dynamic not only underscores Nigeria's strategic role in West African trade, but also highlights the potential for developing local vineyards in areas like Jos, Benue, and the Mambila Plateau, where the climate could support grape cultivation. Establishing a domestic supply of wine grapes would be transformative, helping Nigeria evolve from an importer to a producer and potentially a global exporter. solidifying its place in the international wine market. Interested in setting up a wine distillery in Nigeria? This part is for you. Establishing a wine business in Nigeria requires strategic planning, especially when it comes to equipment, sourcing raw materials, and navigating the local market. Let's break it down. Equipment and sourcing, raw materials, sales and marketing, and the potential for growth. First, let's look at the essential equipment you'll need to get started. The basic equipment for a wine distillery includes 1. Fermentation tanks. These are crucial for fermenting your wine and come in various sizes based on your production scale. 2. Crushers and presses, used to crush and press fruit, whether it's grapes or other tropical fruits like pineapple and hibiscus, which are more commonly used in Nigeria. 3rd, filtration system, to ensure your wine is clean and free of unwanted particles. 4. Bottling equipment. An automated bottling line is ideal for medium to large-scale production, as it speeds up the process and ensures consistency. And 5. Aging barrels or tanks. These are optional for some wines, but can add unique flavors to your product if you decide to age certain wines. These equipment can be sourced either locally or abroad. Local suppliers offer basic fermentation and bottling equipment, but for advanced machinery, you may need to source from established winemaking countries like Italy, France, or South Africa. Depending on your budget, investing in high-quality, durable equipment is essential as it impacts your wine's consistency and production efficiency. Sourcing raw materials is one of the biggest decisions you'll face. In Nigeria, producing grape-based wines is challenging due to the tropical climate, but alternative approaches include 1. Importing grape juice concentrate. This is a common option for Nigerian wineries. You can import grape juice concentrate from regions like Europe and South Africa. This concentrate can be rehydrated and fermented locally, allowing you to produce grape wine without needing a vineyard. 2. Using local fruits. Many Nigerian winemakers are tapping into the abundant supply of local fruits like hibiscus, pineapple, cashew, and even palm sap. Not only does this reduce costs, but it also creates unique, distinctly Nigerian wines with a local flavor profile. 3. Establishing a vineyard. Although rare in Nigeria, cooler regions like the Jos Plateau offer potential for experimental grape vineyards. However, this requires significant investment, time, and expertise in adapting grapes to Nigeria's climate. Establishing a vineyard locally would be more sustainable in the long term, but it's a high upfront cost with a longer timeline to profitability. On the other hand, sourcing grape juice concentrate or using alternative fruits allows you to enter the market faster with less capital. Once production is up and running, the next big challenge is sales and marketing. The wine market in Nigeria is still developing, so education and targeted marketing are key to attracting consumers. Here's how to effectively reach your target audience. 1. Social media marketing. Platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are powerful tools for building your brand. By collaborating with Nigerian influencers and using engaging visuals, you can connect with younger consumers interested in lifestyle products. 2. Wine tasting events. Organizing or sponsoring wine tasting events allows people to experience your wine firsthand. It's a great way to build brand loyalty and educate consumers on the unique qualities of your products. 3. Retail partnerships. Establishing partnerships with supermarkets, wine shops, and restaurants can help distribute your product more widely. Major cities like Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt are prime markets. 4. Online sales and delivery. Many Nigerian consumers are increasingly using e-commerce platforms. Having an online store or partnering with local e-commerce platforms like Jumia can help expand your reach. And 5. Event and hospitality sales. Partnering with hotels, event planners, and catering companies for weddings, conferences, and celebrations can boost your visibility and increase sales. Creating a culturally relevant brand is essential. Nigerian consumers have a growing interest in locally made products, and highlighting the Nigerian roots of your wine can be a major selling point. Now, let's talk growth potential. The wine market in Nigeria is on the rise, driven by a youthful population, increasing disposable incomes, and changing social norms around lifestyle products. Here are some key growth indicators. 1. Growing middle class. Nigeria's middle class is expanding, and with it, the demand for lifestyle products like wine. 2. Urbanization. More Nigerians are moving to urban areas, where access to wine and social gatherings is higher. 3. Rising interest in local brands. Nigerians are increasingly choosing locally produced goods, and this trend can drive demand for Nigerian wine brands. 4. Potential for export. With a large diaspora population and the unique appeal of Nigerian fruit wines, there is potential to expand sales to international markets interested in African products. For investors, here's what the numbers could look like. Our financial projections indicate moderate initial revenue in year 1, as you focus on establishing the brand and refining your distribution. By year 2 and 3, as your network and brand presence expand, you should expect revenues to grow substantially. By year 4 or 5, you will be targeting much greater profit generation, potential for reinvestment, and the possibility of expanding production to meet export demands. Of course, no business comes without challenges. In Nigeria, regulatory oversight is critical, especially for consumables. You need to work closely with regulatory consultants to ensure compliance with NAFDAC and local food and beverage standards. Competition from imported wines is another factor, but by strategically pricing your locally produced wines and emphasizing quality and cultural relevance, you can capture a significant market share. Additionally, climate and agricultural challenges require careful planning. Partnering with agricultural experts and exploring climate-resilient grape varieties will be essential. To summarize, the Nigerian wine industry presents an untapped investment opportunity with massive growth potential. A booming young population, a preference for homegrown products, and an increasing demand for premium beverages provide fertile ground for a successful wine business. This video isn't just about producing wine. It's about pioneering a new industry, creating jobs, and contributing to Nigeria's economy. Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey through Nigeria's emerging wine industry. If you're passionate about wine or looking to invest in Africa's emerging industries, Nigeria's wine market could be your next rewarding venture. Let's work together to shape the future of Nigeria's beverage industry and bring the taste of Nigeria to the world. Subscribe to our channel for more insights on investment opportunities across Africa's most promising sectors. The future of Nigerian wine starts here. Let's make it happen.